What's up, gamers? My name's Scyushi. I'm recording this as soon as I woke up, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm seeming a little bit tired and stuff, but I am so excited to be able to present this video to you guys because the devs ended up giving me a copy of Wrath. And I am an old school gamer. I'm older now, so let's just start a profile Bob 1 because I don't care. Start on normal mode. I've got an error file a little bit further ahead, so I'll get to show you guys some of the other weapons and stuff like that. But in short, this game is a modern retro style shooter, so it's very similar to like Quake and Unreal, and even has remnants of Doom and a little bit of Hexen thrown in, and I just absolutely love it. It's just such a good time. I love these types of games. You know, the more recent one, ooh, beautiful weapon. More recent, kind of more retro game I played was Dusk. That was another one that was really good. And the controls are just, I mean, they take a little while to get used to, but we're just gonna jump right into it. And I'll just kind of show you guys by example, just because of the way that it all plays. So this is like the big hub world, right? And I love the fact that it's got this going on, dude. Like, you know, this is the big hub area where we can end up exploring and just going to seemingly any level that we want, but we're just going to end up sticking to the crypt today just because I've already played a little bit of it, and it's, I mean, maybe we can't go to the other levels entirely yet. We probably have to have certain weapons and gear and stuff like that, but you know, it being a retro style game means that there's no reloading, there's limited ammo just in the environment that will end up appearing here and there, and you know, just the way that the enemies die and everything like that. Like, look, we can cut off his head and he's still coming. We'll cut off that guy's arm, he's still coming. We can do our right click attack and it just explodes them into oblivion. Like, I love this shit, dude. This is such a good game already, and I've barely played, like, I played maybe in an hour into it. Those little relics that we're grabbing are the runes. Take that, fool. These actually act as save stations, so there is actually a limited amount of them, which is kind of scary to think. Like, usually old retro games like this, you actually have the option of just saving anytime you want. The only one thing that I'm still getting used to in this game is the fact that when you walk over like health and armor and stuff like that, you actually, first gun, you actually have to like stand right on top of it for it to actually register the grab, which that takes a little while to get used to. So now that we've got our first gun, I mean, these guys are all 2-hit, which, again, you know, the thing that I love about this game is that it's like a retro game where everything's really balanced, in that we could actually go through the whole level pretty much just using our melee weapon if we wanted to. Now, this does actually have a right-click function. Almost all the weapons do, which is what's so awesome about them. They'll all end up having alternate, you know, attack patterns to them, which is really cool. These are our first ranged enemies that we're dealing with, but let's just grab all these. These are like armor. Later on, you can end up finding like secrets in the levels, like that one right up there. I don't actually even know how to get that one just yet. But there's shotgun. There's even little hints of the game Blood. I remember playing that game as a kid where it's like, boop, you can actually kick the heads of the enemies and stuff like that. There's so many like references to the older games that I just grew up with and absolutely loved, that I'm all about this game, man. Like, seriously. So let me show you what I mean, where like, see, I don't think I grabbed that because I wasn't close enough to it. Let's actually use our melee weapon on this guy. Absolutely destroys them. Hello, Budge. I know, sweetheart. Sorry, guys, but my dog's wanting some attention, and I can't give it to her because I'm in the middle of this, sweetheart. But let's grab another save station here. I'll show you guys what this does. Unfortunately, some stuff is going to end up acting as a trap, so you do gotta watch out for that, because sometimes I've gone and tried to grab like a piece of armor and then like some big chungus motherfucker shows up and almost absolutely destroys me, right? Shotgun time. Obviously one of my favorite weapons, just because, I mean, look at it. They really nailed the whole Doom double gauge shotgun, dude. Like, seriously. And there's just so much ammo in the environment too that you can go ahead and experiment with whatever you want. Okay, there you go. Now my dog's on my lap, so excuse me, guys. The other thing too that I love about this game is how your shots will actually phase through enemies. So if you line up your targets, you can actually just blast away a whole bunch of them. The game's pretty brutal too. Like, even on normal mode, I get my butt kicked by some of the enemies. Here, let me see if I can line this up. There we go. Heck yeah. The shotgun's actually got the same multifunction as you would end up expecting with a game like this, where if we start just tapping right trigger, maybe it doesn't have the function yet. I always just thought that it was loading up more shotgun shells, but it doesn't seem like it actually is, so I could be wrong about that. I guess this needs an upgrade or something, which is weird because all the AR guns actually have their function. Yeah, it doesn't seem to actually load up any more ammo, so I could be wrong about that. The jumping is pretty tiny little bunny hops, so you got used to all that. And as you saw right at the beginning of the game, we were able to just very easily use this to get around, like use our melee, which I love that, by the way. And the charged attack on it actually does devastating amounts of damage, so it's all good to end up using it. Excuse me. There was our first ambush, kind of. We already had an ambush a little bit earlier, but the only problem is that I'm actually starting to die right now. So let me plop down a save point and clear my throat because this is ridiculous. So this is actually going to end up being our save station here. Unfortunate or fortunate, it doesn't actually act as like just a simple respawn. It's actually a save location. So if we go into this room and I end up dying to these guys, for example, if they can ever kill me, that was actually pretty quick, we can return to the soul tether. And this is quite literally not just respawning us there 2 seconds ago. We're actually right back here and have to deal with all the enemies again. Now, the thing is that at the least, it's still here. By that, I mean, you know, we can always just end up respawning and stuff, right? So let me actually die again, just so I can show you that the enemies... I kind of want to test this myself, because I barely died when I was playing this game, honestly, because I was trying really hard to survive. But I want to see, like, do the enemies end up fully respawning? Yeah, they do. Okay, that's what I thought. So it just acts like a proper save point. That was a helmet that we ended up grabbing, so that just gives us a bigger piece of armor, and that's why so many of these guys just decide to show up and be like, "Brah, we're gonna kill you." Let me grab this. There's all sorts of different enemy types too that you'll deal with later on that are just so flippin' cool, dude. There's like this weird acid spitting guy, and it's just, oh man. There's so many like secrets and things that I'm missing. That's one of the acid guys, not the one that I was actually referencing. I completely forgot about these jerks. They do corrosive damage and have like an explosive effect to their shot that leaves a little bit of AoE damage on the ground. Not to mention, if you get up close and personal with them, they'll explode, which can literally one-shot you in this game. So here, you know what? Let me actually swap to my single gun just to deal with these guys, because this is a little bit better for dealing with range damage, right? Grab that. Grab some more health. And I mean, I'm just hoping that by example, I can just show you guys how cool this game is, and maybe it'll be something that you're into, because I highly recommend it. Like, it feels really tight, plays really well, exactly as you would expect, and that's the biggest thing about these games, and I think why I still enjoy retro style games so much. Sorry about that, my dog's freaking out on my lap here. Go on, sweetheart. But the controls are just so good that it like holds up. Even older retro style game. Oh no, booby trap. Even like the actual older games, like, you know, you look at a game like Half-Life 1 and it's like, it still holds up today, even though it's retro and looks all gross graphically. But the fact of the matter is that the controls are just so tight that it still works. That said, you know, we've got other means of playing that game, like the Black Mesa mod that a mod team has been working on for years. But anyways, we won't talk about that stuff, because that's a little bit different than something like this. Like, this one's actually trying to be full on, like, this is like retro. This is an old school style of game, you know what I mean? So there's a couple hidden locations too that we can end up kind of using our melee weapon to get to. That's kind of the thing, is there's a lot of areas like that where it's like you'll leap off of something and you'll have to use your melee right click to end up very carefully going around and you know, landing yourself on like a certain platform and stuff like that. See, that guy was trying to explode in my face. No thank you. In there is actually a chest, So hopefully I'll be able to get that for you guys, and then maybe we'll skip ahead to the other level. I want to try and get the next weapon too, though, just to show you guys the kind of the machine gun. You know, there's other references to even Duke Nukem in this game, I would say, kind of. But the treasure chests are actually pretty cool because you have to kind of find, you know, find a key, and then you can end up using it. And the treasure chest will just end up giving you kind of a boost of items and stuff like that. The only one complaint that I have about this game, and I understand that they're trying to go for the whole retro old school type of game, but I wish that there was actually a map. You know, like I have a hard time navigating some of the environment. So there, by the way, we just ended up getting another rune. So this is actually receive blood from the slain. So quite literally, look at that guy, he's sniping me from across the map. If we were weak enough, we would activate it, and then for a limited amount of time while we kill enemies, we would end up like gaining life. So it's kind of like a life leech type of thing. Here we go. Machine gun. This reminds me of, what were those old games? Were they called, like, Painkiller? That's it. That's what this weapon totally reminds me of. Where it's kind of got, you know, the basic machine gun functionality, but then it also has, like, a right-click shot, which is pretty powerful. This right here is actually, like, it's kind of like if you didn't have any runes. I'm guessing on a harder difficulty, maybe they just don't give you as many save runes or something like that. Not exactly sure. But this is quite literally going to act as a save station. And the thing that's kind of cool is if we end up plopping a rune down, for example, you can actually choose whether you want to respawn at that station or the rune, which is kind of nice because it gives you the opportunity to kind of, you know, rectify any mistakes that you may have made if you ended up, I don't know, dying or dealing with lots of enemies or something, or maybe you're just like not satisfied with the route that you ended up taking, that kind of stuff. But anyways, there should be a really cool secret in here. Oh, right, I forgot. I gotta wait for these guys to finish their spawn animation. That's another one little nitpick that I have, is that sometimes you have to wait for animations, and it's like, I wish that you didn't have to. Like, even trying to swap off the shotgun. There's Big Chungus, there we go. Even trying to swap off the shotgun. Let me actually deal with this guy first, because Jesus Christ. If I, like, for example, I'll shoot right now, and then I'll just hold, I'll start tapping to swap my weapon, and I'll just show you guys how quickly you have to wait. So let me just tap, 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 tap. You gotta wait until it's fully reloaded, and now we've got our pistol out, right? So that's kind of annoying. You know, that's just something that I noticed with the shotgun more prevalently than any of the other weapons. But anyways, I want to show you guys this real quick. This right here is a key. The only way to get to it is we gotta do like a whole bunch of fancy parkour from another location that I don't know. I'll try and see if I can run to it right now. Maybe we can just get lucky enough to skip through a lot of these enemies. Oh god, I don't want them to explode on my face. Okay, I think it's just over here, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, that ain't it. Where is it? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Well, we still got our life leech worst case, because I'm really starting to get killed here just because I'm running ahead of everything. Oh god, not him. Okay, let's use our life steal just because why not? Oh my gosh. I did not know we could blow off his arm and keep fighting him. That is actually epic. So I think it's a set amount of health that you get from killing the enemies. It doesn't matter how, like, tanky they are or not. It's just about how many enemies you kill in a short amount of time. This is actually perfect. Boop. We'll grab that, and I think maybe it's over here. Yeah, okay. So over here, this is actually kind of like the main boss area. That's where we'll end up skipping in the video in a second, because I ended up getting the key. You gotta go down there, kill a bunch of enemies, get a new weird gun, kill more things, and then you end up getting a key to end up going to that location. Hopefully I don't mess this up. It can be a bit tricky. There we go. So that would end up giving us a chest key, which there is actually a chest somewhere in here. I don't remember. What the... That guy, like, exploded. That was actually really weird. I didn't know that they could do that. Huh. Well, anyways, let me see if I can end up... Yeah, return... Timmy was my other one, just because... Whatever. Soul tether? Or maybe it was my auto save. Let me see. But we'll skip ahead to... It was kind of like a swamp area, I think. Oh, it says it's morning Vale, so maybe we just... Oh, okay. I thought it was like a different area, but it actually turns out that this is just the main hub area. We're just back. Okay. Huh. So maybe we're going into each of the levels Turok style, collecting a bunch of keys so that you can activate later areas or something. That's pretty neat. Oh my gosh, Ewok Village 9000. That's just something that I always reference in my videos. But anyways, I guess we'll go into this next area, this cave area. It totally looks like layers of the blind ones from Turok 2. So there's our machine gun, and then this is pretty much the only new gun that I have so far, which is kind of like a grenade launcher. It's actually really interesting the way that it works, because it kind of like shoots, well, you'll see in a second. It shoots like a bouncing ball, which is really, really cool. And then it kind of does like an explosive damage, so it's pretty much the only like actual explosive that I have so far. Kind of. It only does like a little bit of AoE. But I'm waiting until we end up getting our hands on the rocket launcher, because you know there's gonna be one. But man alive, this thing, can I do it? Yes! Oh man, I love those skill shots. Oh, can I do it again? Oh, oh come on. Come on. Yes! There we go. But it's like, the thing that I love about these types of games is that the difficulty and the, like, it's all dependent on the skill of the player, and you can really start to push the boundaries. Like, I'd actually be really interested if the speedrunning community would ever pick up this game, to see what anybody ends up doing with that, you know? Like, that's something that I always find really interesting. Here's one of those weird acid enemies I mentioned earlier. So you can see he's like a big, ugly Chungus motherfucker, and we'll just destroy his face. I love how they just explode into a million chunks. This guy looks totally like an enemy you'd see in Doom. Oh my god. And then there's all these guys as well. This is getting really, really bad. Told you this game's brutal, man. It really does not, it does not hold back. Oh gosh, I'm also playing really badly. Okay, let's do our life steal here. Just because if I don't do it, I'm gonna die. There we go. I love that, dude. Sound effects are so dope too. Like, everything just has a nice crunchy sound to it. Okay, that guy like exploded in my face last time, so I'm gonna try and avoid that. Oh god, we got another big Chungus guy. Come on. So that's the right click with this. Oh god, I didn't know there was water. Come on, get out of the water. I mean, I knew there was water. I didn't know we could actually swim in it, so that's kind of interesting that they actually have this underwater stuff going on. Boop, 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 boop. Basically, having armor, it's not going to end up counting as a second health bar or anything like that. It's just going to end up kind of draining separately. So it'll negate the amount of damage that you end up taking, kind of thing. Can we do this? No, I don't think that we can. Maybe there's power-ups. That'd be actually pretty cool. Like, maybe we'll end up getting a double jump or something. I don't know. Let me pull out my machine gun. We'll play a little bit more here, guys, and then maybe we'll call it, just because even though this area is really, really dope. Oh my gosh. I love the level design, dude. Like, it's so open. You know, that's something that you didn't have happen much with actual, like, retro games. And if you did, there was, like, insane fog of war, so you could barely see anything. That's what I like about these kind of modern retro shooters, is they can take all of the current tech and end up just expanding upon it. You know, like, you see even the graphics actually look really good. They're looking retro on purpose, but the textures themselves and everything like that, it actually looks really, really sharp and clean, you know? And I love that, dude. Like, I love these types of games. Not to mention just the way that it plays. Like, it's so nice and fast-paced. Oh my gosh, I'm really getting my butt kicked here. I shouldn't be using this, but I'll just use my right click, waste all my ammo. My god, this guy is strong. Yeah, so machine guns, maybe not the best option. There was actually our key. That's what we need for the next level, I think. Oh god, we got more of these idiots. Come on. All you gotta do is just keep moving, man. Oh god. When they try to get in melee range, it really is difficult. Time slows down when you end up using your abilities like this as well, so it's pretty handy. But let me just do this, because I want to get some of that life steal going on, because otherwise I'm going to die. Oh man, I was trying to jump over it, but I'm still not used to the fact that we barely jump. Like, jeez. Okay, what the? Oh, Jesus. God, that scared me. I thought that was just like a chunk of an enemy or something. Okay, what is that? Is that anything? I don't think it is. Oh, that was actually ammo for our green gun. Uh-oh. Was this actually a trap? You know there's a way out. Like, there's no way that they just hit me with that, right? Really? Are there actual, like, traps like that? Like, stupid ones where now I can't get out? Because if so, I mean, that's just bad. Doesn't seem like I can break through any of the walls or anything like that. I mean, I would assume that I, like, have to destroy the wood or something, but I don't know. Okay, well, let's just assume that I'm trapped, I guess. Good a time as ever to end up calling the video. It's weird that they have a save station right down here on the ground. Oh! Never mind. So there is a way down. Okay. Yes! Oh god, now we're in like a sewer area. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, good a time as any to use the explosive gun. God, I love this game. Okay, legit guys, I'm just gonna use the tether here and we'll call it here just because I want to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. And oh my goodness gracious, oh my god, I'm almost done. I'm very, very happy that they threw me this game because I definitely want to play through it a little bit more myself just because, oh god, it's so cool. I wouldn't be surprised too if there's gonna end up being cheat codes and stuff, which would be absolutely epic. Is this guy going to destroy me? Yeah. Thanks for watching. Smash like, sub for more. Links will be in the description for other stuff. Have a great day. Sign on. Stay up, gamers.